Bear Squad, what is up? Happy Tuesday. So now we are unloading that machine that I loaded by myself. It's going to be me and my brother doing this. I've tried to make sure we had a bit better of a picture this time. And bear with me a little bit on the how fast everything's going, because I literally ran out of battery in my GoPro. The GoPro had a full charge when we did this too. So this is 1 hour and 30 minutes of footage crammed into 21 minutes. So my brother's over there working on pulling the straps apart on this is a Royal 660-8, and we're trying to pull this machine out, get it into our VIP location, and pull the Dixie Narco machine that was dropped off by Coke. I own this machine outright. This is not a Coca-Cola owned machine. And we're going to try to get it in there the best we can. It's a lot easier to move these machines with two people. While it was in transit, I had it up on two 2x4s, and that was kind of a bad idea. What I've got Jeremy doing is I've got him lifting up the machine so I can get the pallet jack under it, and then we're going to take the 2x4s and we're going to slide it under as we lift it up. Drop it back down, slide it back in, and bam, we've got the whole machine on the pallet jack now. So I have come to realize, and you guys will see it later, I've come to realize that Royal 660 machines are significantly less heavy than Dixie Narco machines. I don't know why, what goes into it that makes it that way, but it's 100% true. I can't remember what we got caught up on. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a little lip right there that the pallet jack gets caught in, and we had to lift up on the forks to get it out. Now we pull everything inside and get the Dixie Narco machine out. I actually, as we pull it in, I was like, you know what, wait a second, maybe we should put this machine over here for the meantime. Now we've got some hat action so you guys can see what's going on. We're pulling the 2x4s that we had from the old machine that Coke removed on us. This means we're going to have to pick up our machine a special way just to get it out, or pick up their machine. I don't technically own that machine, so first I got to move these tires out of the way because they are absolutely in my way. Straight up circle stuff here. There we go. Unplug the machine. And we're going to open it up. Why am I opening it up? Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to pull all these guys out and put it in the new machine. Because I don't have labels yet. I will have labels soon. I just ordered some from my dude. Links in the description below if you guys need some. It's candymachinelabels.com. He's actually got soda machine labels now too. Woo! Gotta love it. Alright, so we're gonna push up like we did with the other one. This machine is notably significantly heavier. This is a Dixie Narco 501E. And pop that right in there. Now we're using the pallet jack to pick it up more so we can get a little bit more leverage on it. Then we'll drop it down, slide the pallet jack in further, pick it up again. And what my brother's going to do is he's going to pull back on this machine while it's on the pallet jack so it doesn't fall off and we can get the 2x4s under it. And now we should be able to slide right under it and get right out. Now you can, I left the two labels that they put in there wrong. So we're going to pull this machine over here. This is really difficult because that door is open and the snack machine is in the way here. And we spend a significant amount of time putting this machine on the trailer. It's still a learning curve and we still did it incorrectly. I think what we're going to do, and what I wish we could have done, is I think we're going to get a whatchamacallit there. I can't think of the name of it right now. ATV winch. An ATV winch from Harbor Freight. And we're going to get some work done to the, we're gonna get some work done to the trailer. Jeez, can't think, man. Actually, I'll tell you what the problem is. I've got emails popping up like crazy as I'm trying to record this. I try really hard for that not to happen, but every now and again it happens, and I find myself reading the little emails on the side. You see the machine slid a little bit when we put it up there. Now that I'm looking back on it, should have strapped it to the... I could have strapped it right to the flipping thingamajig, the pallet jack. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing the machine sideways, and my brother is moving the pallet jack so we can get up over the lip. Then he's doing the same thing. Now we're up over the lip, and I give it a pretty good heave there, and suddenly we're caught again. We can't really figure out what we're caught on, and then we realize it. The machine is so heavy that it's actually pushing the metal mesh down, creating a divot. So we're going to try this again, and ultimately from here I think we wind up using the same dangerous strap method that I really don't want any of you guys to use or attempt. But I think so. Yep, here we go. We're gonna... Oh no, I see what happens. I'm gonna use some leverage. Just some good old leverage. Got it up on there. Gonna give it a good roll. That's where the indents happen. You can actually see it. I just watched it happen. The indents take place right where the pallet jack wheels are. Now we're gonna throw the straps on there. We're each gonna put straps on. We're in the same colored shirts. And we're gonna tighten them up and just kind of pull the machine. It's gonna be kind of neat to see the machine move forward. I couldn't really see it from where I was, but oh, look at that. It's working. So once you get to a certain point, you can't really strap it anymore, and you gotta push pretty hard. So we put other straps down so we could pull it further. What I just did there is I lowered the machine a little bit to kind of give some give, and once we got it up over a bar that was there, it rolled fine. So we're up on the ramp most of the way now. I'm trying to get the wheels in the divot. There, they're in the divot. So now we need to pick up on that while strapping everything in. While pulling with the straps again. See, with a winch, this would have gone significantly smoother. We would have had way less issues with everything with a winch. Take notice we have the face of the machine facing the back this time. That way the flat part is up against the front of the trailer, and we can strap it down more thoroughly. Oh, what we're doing right now is on my brother's side, the strap got messed up pretty bad, so we're working together to try to get that strap out of there. Alright, we're ready to go again. We're just going to strap one side at a time. And we're going to pull each wheel out of the divot. And we're up. We're on there. We actually just set it down at this point and start going in to work on get the other machine in place. You guys get to watch me now because we got a helper. Oh man, he shakes a lot. What are you doing? What's he doing? He's shaking all over the place. Okay, getting a little bit better now. It's kind of weird watching this from his perspective. Get off your phone. So I'm on my phone all the time, so I shouldn't really say much. We're gonna set this back in there. Did I take the... Is this me or him still? This is me now. How did that... I don't even remember that happening. At some point we switched camera somehow. Did anyone else see how that happened? I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Alright, so we've got it down on the 2x4s. I'm gonna pull this out. Ultimately, it's not quite far enough over, so we are going to have to move it over more. I've got everything plugged in. It's running. It's operating. We're going to put these in. That was a pain to get out. I'm not going to lie, that cardboard thing that's in there. I think I wound up using a screwdriver or something. As a heads up, this video cuts off abruptly before we finish because I ran out of battery on the camera. And I didn't realize that I was that far out of battery. So I'm just trying to work this thing so I can get it out of there. That piece of card, don't ever put those in there. Someone cut a piece of the cardboard box and they didn't really do a good job of cutting it and put it in there where the chameleon labels go. If I pronounce that right or wrong, let me know. Chameleon label. So what I'm looking at here is I'm trying to figure out which space to sales I want to set the machine to. And this is when I start noticing some strange things. I think the door on this machine might have been replaced at one point. Or maybe it just always has a setup like this. But most of the placements on that sticker was for a 9 select. And this is an 8 select machine. At least with the door set up the way it is, it's an 8 select right now. But you can get these machines in 10 select. There's a 13 select option. I'm not really sure how that works. And I've never seen a door with 13 selections before, so. But I don't think I'd ever want that many either. I'd prefer to have a smaller amount of selections, maybe 10 tops. Like 10's the absolute most I would want to have in there. Right now I'm trying to mess with the machine to do a custom space to sales. I do not know how to do this yet. If anyone has any specific instructions on how to do custom space to sales on a Royal 660 machine, please let me know. I would love to read them. At this point, we're spending most of our time just trying to set the machine up. And I've gone through a whole bunch of different options trying to get the space to sales set correctly. Ultimately, what I wind up doing is there's a little sheet on the inside of the door for the space to sales that was set prior. And I think we just wind up living with that. So I'm going to move some of these around, which I shouldn't have even done then. I should have just loaded everything up and then done it. We're going to grab... Oh, I'm looking for my label. What a mess. See, I picked up all this paper for my daughter, and then she opened it in the van, and that on top of my mess is just horrible. I'm just gonna throw it all away, I think. It's all gonna go into recycling or something. Okay. So I found what I was looking for. That's the Mountain Dew label. I knew I had it somewhere, just didn't know where. This is my machine. I own this one outright, so I can put whatever the heck I want in it. These guys want Mountain Dew pretty bad, so I'm opening everything up. We're gonna pull everything and put it in there. I think during the fill up is when the camera actually runs out. So the way that this is set up currently is we have columns 1, 2. I'm just checking the rods to make sure that they're in the right place right now. The rods are currently set for cans on every column. So 1, 2, 7 and 9, I think. Or no, it would be 2, 3, 4, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 7, and 8 are all the first button, which is going to be Mountain Dew. And the way the columns go is you have your front columns numbered 1 through 6 from one side to another, from the right to the left. And then the back columns are numbered 7 through, brain's not working again, 13? 1 through 6, 7 through 12, 7 through 12, and the back column. I don't know how I got 13. We wound up clearing up a lot of product here. So, I'm gonna be straight. I think there's still a chance we might lose this location. It sucks that we're doing all this work, but we might lose this location because ultimately we get this machine filled up and it's dispensing 3 cans at a time, which is something that Royals don't do. It's dispensing 3 random cans from 3 random columns at a time. So I'm assuming there's one of a couple things that could be wrong. The space to sales could be messed up. In combination with the drop sensor failing. Or the board could be bad. I'm not really sure how to test either one of those. I've tried to troubleshoot the drop sensor. It made no difference as to whether I set the sensor way too sensitive or set the sensor not sensitive enough. We still had really random weird problems. So what we wind up doing is turning the machine off when we leave. And I'm going to actually come back here to see if there's any drinks from when I left before. We're gonna order a new board for this machine, and I'm hoping that that solves whatever issue came up. So we just realized we can't fit our arm. I can't fit my arm and he can't fit his arm inside to column 12. So we're moving the machine a little bit closer to the other one. That way we can open and close the door without difficulty. And this is everything, like, this is a lot of the stuff that you're going to wind up doing on a regular basis if you start a vending company. It's not, I'm trying to be as like straight as possible with everyone on this. This is not passive income. I see a lot of people talking about making this is a completely passive business, and if you consider 60 hours a week passive, then yeah, it's definitely a passive business, but And my definition of passive is you do absolutely nothing and collect a paycheck. There are ways to make it that way, but you still have to make decisions even then, so you're still going to have to put time into it. A lot of people say that the bulk side of things is very passive. I could see that a little bit, but you still got to put a 8-hour day in or a 12-hour day in to get your money. So the ROI is great, but not passive. So we're coming up on the end of this, guys. I just want to say real quick, if you guys need anything from Amazon, make sure you check out the links in the description below. If you need chameleon labels or just regular soda machine labels, there is a link in the description below. And if you guys want to see the full hour and 30-minute version of this, there is another channel that I post that on. You're welcome to go check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, guys. Remember to love life and live your dreams.